Well, good day, smart traders. I trust each and every one of you are ready for another profitable day within the market. Let's kick things off by having a look at today's economic calendar.
Today's economic calendar does have its fair share of Black Star events, with the economic calendar kicking things off this morning at 2:30 South African Standard Time with the Australian unemployment rate, which came out higher than expected, already creating some volatility within the market. Later this afternoon, we will also see the release of the core PPI as well as the PPI month-on-month being released at 3:30 South African Standard Time. Definitely one of those major, fundamentally tradable events to be on the lookout for.
Let's move on by having a look at what's making headlines within the financial markets today.
In currency news, the dollar index climbed to a 6-week peak after the release of a hotter than expected US retail sales data report, bolstering traders' expectations that the Federal Reserve will keep monetary policies tight for some time to fight stubbornly high inflation. Data showed that the US retail sales surged 3% last month, increasing by the most in nearly 2 years. The numbers for December were unrevised to show sales dropping 1.1%. Economists forecasted that sales would increase by 1.8%, with estimates ranging from 0.5 to 3%. Now let's move over and see what's making headlines on Wall Street. The S&P 500 ended higher yesterday after data offered evidence of resilience in the US economy. But gains were capped as traders worried about more interest rate hikes by Federal Reserve in the months ahead. Fueled by a rebound in growth stocks that were hammered in last year's stock market downturn, the S&P 500 has climbed 8% so far in 2023, while the Nasdaq 100 has recovered 15%. A better than expected quarterly earnings season has provided cautious optimism. Additionally, Tesla will open part of its US charging network to electric vehicles made by rivals as part of a $7.5 billion federal program to expand the use of EVs and cut carbon emissions. The move could help turn Tesla into a universal filling station of the EV era, although there is risk of eroding a competitive edge for vehicles made by the company, which has exclusive access to the biggest network of high-speed superchargers in the USA. Now let's move over to commodities. Oil prices rose this morning as positive demand forecast from the IEA and OPEC helped markets look past a substantially bigger than expected jump in weekly US inventories. Traders also bought into heavily discounted markets after concerns over rising interest rates and weakening demand spurred steep losses earlier this week. Both the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries and the International Energy Agency forecasts a rebound in crude demand later this year as major importer China recovers from COVID-induced fall. Gold prices dropped to their lowest level in a month as the US dollar index surged to a 6-week high. The move reverses much of the gains made by the precious metal in the early weeks of 2023, when traders were betting on a slower pace of inflation and interest rate hikes from the Federal Reserve. While gold is traditionally considered a hedge against inflation, it suffered when the US dollar value increases, as it's been doing during this rate hike cycle. That's because rising interest rates increase the opportunity cost of holding non-yielding gold, while a stronger US dollar makes the precious metal more expensive for overseas buyers. And finally, let's finish things off with cryptocurrencies. A 5-member panel of the United States Security Exchange Commission has voted 4-1 in favor of a proposal that may make it more difficult for cryptocurrency firms to serve as digital asset custodians in the future. The proposal, which is yet to be officially approved by the SEC, recommends amendments to the 2009 custodian rule, which applies to custodians of all assets including cryptocurrencies, according to the February 15 statement from SEC Chairman Gary Gensler. Gensler stated that currently some crypto trading platforms that are offering custody services are not actually qualified custodians.
So that is it from us here at Smart Online Trader. Should you be interested in any additional services that we offer, kindly get in touch with us or simply click on one of the links in the description below. As always, may the force be with you. Cheers.